Okay, we're live.
Cool. You got clips.
Yeah, it's just.
I didn't bring any because I didn't want to get ours confused.
Yeah, so you don't steal mine. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I just ordered some more of these ones.
Those.
Yeah, more of them.
Can I get one just for me too?
You want one?
Yeah. Oh, I wanted this black one.
Oh, right, right.
All right, bro.
No.
Do you like these ones? Are these wire spark?
Those are terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Which ones have you been using then?
I've been using the black ones.
There ain't no black ones in here.
Oh, no, that is probably. Oh, it's over there on my station.
Oh.
No, 100%. Yeah, I got you.
What up?
You want these ones?
Yes.
These fours? These 4 inch?
Huh?
Are these 4 inch?
5.
These are 5?
Yeah.
What?
5 or 5.5. I think it's 5.
No, except these are like 5. Or these are 5.5. No.
Like
Yeah.
in terms of like the
Maybe.
This is 5, yeah.
I'm wondering
This is on there.
5 inch.
I've been wanting a smaller pair
same pattern, but like short. Yeah.
just for graduation. These are 5.5, I think. I'm like, they're nice, but sometimes they're just way too
So then, yeah, that's what I'm.
big.
How are you engaging that?
So, you were saying about the graduation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are we gonna go before diagonal?
The shape of my head. Is that what you're engaging now?
So you saying what is the question with
Okay.
I want it to be slightly.
Just really, I want to understand how to create
the
different.
move like that?
Fall it down to the shape of my head.
I want to understand how I can create different shapes vertically,
About, like, you
in
don't
this?
want it
Mm-hmm.
right? So, because I know whenever you're doing forward diagonal, you can over direct here, but maybe stay on base or maybe even elevate.
So here's the thing: when you're on a flat this, so you can see
I want it to be slightly bigger than that.
when you put the comb right there,
Right.
right there. So when it pass here, the head start curving, right, rounding, right. So you know that anything from here up, you gotta over direct
Right.
to build up weight. What is round, right? So anything here that is flat, you can cut on base, or you elevate to remove weight.
So yeah, what would be the difference if I were to say on the second section I elevate up instead of pulling it like straight out? You understand? Like instead of cutting it on base.
The hand position.
Because like if you do, so if you do
You mean like here?
I mean like the section. Like what if I pulled a section instead of pulling it on base, 90 as a layer, I elevate it up.
You're gonna remove more weight.
What is that gonna do like to the look of it?
It's just gonna be lighter. It's gonna be very lighter. There's no
Do you
way.
ever do that?
No, because by cutting here, you know, I would like I'm gonna elevate this one to the next one
Yeah, right.
to cut it. So as you elevate, remember anything from 90 degrees up,
It's a layer. Yeah.
it's a layer.
Yeah.
But as much as you elevate, as lighter it gets.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I get that.
So I'm gonna show you an example. Okay. I hope it can do with this mannequin. Where's the water?
Because from what I understand, right, whenever I'm doing my consultations, say for even like a slick back or like a flow or something like that, I
Mhm.
always ask the client like how they want the hair to look on their face. If they want it square, if they want it to flare out, right? Because if they want it to flare
If
out,
you want it to flare out, you gotta graduate it.
yeah. So I'm cutting it. I'm cutting this one on base and directing every other section down, right?
If you're gonna graduate it,
Yeah.
you have to base most of the time how short it's gonna be over here because you're gonna do a taper.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do a taper, your finger,
I don't know.
your finger,
Like, show me something.
your fingertip, if you're cutting that side, it has to be really close to the head. That's the starting point.
Yeah, right.
Remember, this is gonna be all clipped up. You're gonna be removed by the clipper. So you know that's like on your finger width here, up. You know what I mean? From here down, actually. When you come with the number 4, it's gonna blend easily.
Right.
Because my finger's number 4, yours might be number 3.
Yes, 3.
Number 2, you know, depending on the finger,
Mild scratch, but it's
right? So you're gonna put it right there. So, but now is the question: how much
Right.
do you want
Yeah.
my ex was
here? Because as much as you, as much as
Because I
if your
mean, that's what
finger,
I'm thinking whenever I do crops. Because I'll go to pull out and I'll just, I mean, a standard crop, I'm honestly just making like a regular trim. But I know like the more I exaggerate, the more weight I'm
no, look. If you do this,
Yeah.
you're not creating weight in here. You're creating weight in the back.
Oh, right. Right. Okay.
Don't trip.
Yeah. I see.
You create it because if you're going horizontal and you're doing triangular, this is gonna be really heavy.
Right.
Don't do it. If you're going horizontal and you put your finger right here, what's gonna happen? When it passes your second knuckle here, and you keep it going straight, the head start rounding here. You're already building up weight in there. You understand? That's what your hand position gonna dictate. If you extend it this way, this is gonna be, because if you over direct this way, this hair gets longer. If you over direct this way, the hair gets long. And if you over direct it down, over direct to the previous, like we normally say when it comes top and down, because if you're going horizontal and you extend it, right, your finger this way, this hair gonna travel here. When you cut it here, when it goes back, it's gonna be really long on the front.
Yeah. 'Cause that's what you do to my hair, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But you just do it with the razor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but what I do, I'll just extend it. Like I use the slicing technique. You know what I mean? Slicing, like that's what I do on your hair. But in your hair, normally when I do, I go short here and I cut it. You know, when it gets here, I elevate, because remember, any hair they cut elevating, it gets lighter.
Right.
You know, like for example, if I pull,
kind of the type of mold. You're like,
hold this for a second. Okay.
usually the molds.
So there's a graduation here, right? This is the starting point. I'm gonna go square.
Yeah, I was it's
You can go this way here. No. Is it getting there?
Yeah.
So, see, there's a graduation. You can come close.
I see.
So, I'm gonna use this as a guide. Okay. This is a square cutting line, right?
Yeah, but it's bad enough. You can
Square cutting line. Look what happens to the hair. See right there? It gets the relation. This hair is sitting. Just see what this hair, the top of hair is sitting. Right here, right?
Cutting a square leaves it kind of heavy here.
Have in the
lengthier
middle.
Here, and
Yeah,
then the
just
middle
you
is
gotta
more
make
layered.
sure what this hair is gonna sit. It's sitting down
Yeah.
here. So now I'm gonna grab the same section. And I'm gonna cut it right here. Look how I'm elevating, right? Elevated to the ceiling. It's not 90 degrees anymore, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cut it.
I mean, there are a few molds that way.
See how light it get? As much as you elevate,
Very rare that molds.
let me see if I can bring it up here.
So what would be the purpose? Yeah. Why would you ever elevate super high versus like how do you dictate how much you're elevating?
Yeah.
It depends on the haircut you're doing.
Yeah, and that's what you
See there? It gets lighter as you elevate.
Yeah.
So the hair gets lighter. You have to understand what the hair what the hair wants to do. That's what I'm saying. Oh, do square layer, do concave layer, do round layer, do whatever we gotta do. But not knowing what happens to the hair, you're not gonna move forward.
Right. Right.
You know, understand what happens to the hair. Every direction that you pull the hair gonna helps you like wow. Because here's the thing, you trying
So what
to
kind of haircut would you do this?
the problem's right there.
Yeah.
The problem's right there. Trying to figure out what haircut is gonna get, what haircut you can use this. First try to understand what the hair does when you pull 180, 90, or go rounded or graduated. That's what you have to understand.
Okay.
That's what you have to train. You have to train and get like, okay, so I'm gonna do graduation. Let's see, I'm gonna pull my knuckle. The head is straight, right? But like, you know what, I'm gonna do a graduation. Let me pull this down. So put the comb on the head. Look what the comb dictates how much I'm gonna graduate. So do I wanna here? No. I wanna here? No. I'm gonna go right here and I'm gonna cut it. But it's very uncomfortable to cut like this.
Right.
I normally don't do it. That's why we use diagonal because it's comfort, right? Because this is very uncomfortable to do it. So, okay. So now I'm gonna lay. Look, my graduation. Look how heavy it is when the hair goes back. But I call this invisible texture. Because you're just gonna see the texture on this section when you blow dry and elevate the hair, and then you can see the texture in the bottom. That's also called invisible texture.
Is that what you do for me as well? Since you said I flare it out.
Not really, because your hair is texturized internally, and I keep the external longer, like a mod. That's the mod.
Yeah.
So look, I cut it this way. Look how much, but the head was like this. That's another thing you have to pay attention. Head position, the kinetics. Head position is very important. If the head is tilted and you graduated too much like that, when the hair is back, look how heavy it is.
Right.
Look at this hair seat.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go here. That's what I'm trying to tell you, to try to understand what the hair wants to do by the elevation, by the hand position. Okay, so combing. Okay, the head's a little tilted, right? So let's say I want to cut it. See, I already created the shape with my comb, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna put my finger right there. So it's a little more straight than before. Boom. Again. Follow the same path. Boom. So now I'm gonna bring it back. It's a little lighter, right? See there? Now you can see the graduation way more. So
And why did that happen? Because you tilted the head out more?
it was heavier because the head was like this.
Yeah.
Can you do graduation like that? Yes.
Yes, uncomfortable.
But look,
Right. I see.
you know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like it all depends on what you're doing here. You know what I mean? Graduation is always short
Too long.
to long. You know, it's short to long.
Always.
So that's what you have to understand. Graduation is graduation, lay is lay. Okay? So, you know, understand that anything from here, from 90 to 180, the hair gets lighter. Okay? Does it help you understand better?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and remember, this is your best friend. This is your best friend. Because this is going to tell you, okay, even when you're doing square shape, head is straight. When you're doing square shape, your comb has to be parallel. Head is straight,
Of course.
parallel to the floor. If you put your comb and you do this,
Yeah.
you're graduating. Right there, you're graduating because it's
yep.
creating a triangular shape. Okay? just like I used to tell you, put your finger in your comb, find it's parallel to the floor. Put your finger behind, tension, and then you go straight. Remove your comb, and then you make your incision. Oh, that's layer. So layering on 90 is the heaviest layer that you're gonna get. Why? Because from this here, from that starting point here. Okay, let's get another one.
I mean, 1 degree down, you're graduating.
So let's see. Huh?
I said if you move 1 degree down, you're graduating.
You're
So
graduating.
it makes sense why it's the heaviest layer.
So let's say you're gonna lay, right? So you're gonna see a lot of barbers doing this online, especially on the back. They come in here. What's the water? What they normally do to find exactly what they want the shape to sit, right? Normally, you gotta to understand layering is the removal of weight. Now you give me that. I'm just gonna
Okay, sweet.
listen. Say hi. Hi to us. Hi, crazy monkey. Listen to us. Oh, somebody said something here. I just saw. Maybe I should flip the camera, right? So we can see what's happening. Hold on, y'all.
Sure.
I'm just flipping the camera. Hold on.
I need a clip too.
So now I can see. I can see what you guys saying there.
Oh yeah, that's
If you guys need a class, you know where to find me.
Know where to find me too.
yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So you're gonna see a lot of. What's the clipper?
I feel like if there's
You're gonna see.
I feel like the one thing that
I am your biggest fan, sir. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
I think he was talking.
How you doing?
I think he was talking to me too.
Listen to this. You guys are hearing this, right?
You guys are talking to me, right?
So you're gonna see a lot about, like, say, you're gonna see a lot of barber grabbing a piece from here, right?
Yeah, cutting it.
And
Yeah.
they're gonna come down here just to see where it sits, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to sit right here. You're gonna see a lot of people doing this. Why? Because especially if they're doing square.
I was using salt.
They only do that if we're doing square.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If when they're doing square,
Ah.
because if I cut these in here and go around, I'm gonna have to remove
Yeah,
this.
right. Dude, that's so funny about like this type of shit works such common sense. You know what I mean? But it's like you don't know, you don't realize it. You know what I mean? It's like
Because I go dip. I go right there. I put the scissor right there, and I like, where's my coffee? Because ideally, it's like that's what I'm saying. You gotta stop thinking the hairstyle. The hairstyle is gonna come. It's gonna come gradually as you understand the technique.
I think I think my mind gravitates toward figuring out what hairstyle because I want to figure out like where is this going to be applicable.
If you don't master the technique, if you don't understand what the hair wants to do it,
Yeah.
your haircut's gonna be shit.
Yeah, I know.
Listen to that.
Because, I mean, it's like
You gotta master the technique.
they both are. And so, like, they're smart people. But she like has a tendency to she really gets frustrated trying to like
This is the client. Because if you don't master the technique, if you do not understand every direction that you pull the hair and cut it, because especially when it's a long hair, right? Because the skin fade, you know what's gonna happen. So the question is, what is the technique used on the skin fade? It's a graduation, because you go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, how long you live the graduation, right? So a skin fade is short internally and short in the external and long internal, the graduation, right? Gradually it goes from 0, half, or depending how you do your steps, right? So they come in here and they cut. Okay, so I want this head to sit right here. So what they're gonna do, you're gonna see a lot of barber doing this. They pull and they cut it.
Wow.
Boom, right there, right? So now I'm gonna grab this.
Yeah, but God.
Your guide, is make sure head is straight. Your guide is right there. Boom, then you cut it. Grab a little more.
I don't even know what I did on this last. Maybe a square.
Okay, I'm not gonna go all the way down because it's short already. So now, after cutting his square, look what happens to the hair.
Still really hard.
What shape you're gonna create in here if I keep going square. So what is gonna happen is this is long. Why is long in here?
Why is it long?
Why?
Because you cut your layer.
No. Think about that. Our base.
Yeah.
What is the shape of our base? Our base
Round.
is this skull. It's round,
Yeah.
right? So the base is round. We create shapes within the head,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you create a square, triangle, round, right?
No, I feel like you don't.
So what I'm trying to tell you, like,
Maybe it's focus. I'm really
I cut my cutting line is square, but when the head falls, it's gonna follow the
around.
head shape.
Right.
So technically, this hair from here up is technically longer. So over here in the middle on the old bone, what's gonna happen? It's shorter, right? So here, look at the length of this hair and look at the length of this one. It's twice of the size, right? It's longer
Right.
because it's
the
traveling.
head- Yeah. I see.
The head's round. That's why it's longer. Look,
I feel like I don't
Yeah.
know what happened, but I was
okay?
so now I'm like
This is the connection point from
going back to it. I'm like, this is
the backside with the top, the crown. That's what the crown does. It's like the parietal ridge. It's the connecting point. Is the connecting point from the side to the top.
she's like,
Other than that, this doesn't do anything on the haircut. This is
Right.
basically nothing, right? So once I grab here, this is square, right? Boom, and then let's see it go forward. Let me continue going here, just to show you. So putting my comb in here, right? So let me put my comb on this skull.
I see what she's
What happened
she's trying to say.
from this point? So this is the end of the crown. So the head is round, right?
Yeah.
So when it gets here, it gets flat, right?
Yeah.
So when it pass here, what's happened down here?
Head curves in.
Curves in. So what happened? What happened is, like, even though I'm cutting square, this hair is long, this hair is short, this is long, but this one falls longer. So that's why layer, they normally say layer, is short internal and long external. You understand? So that's what you keep in mind. This is a square shape. So now, let's say I want to go round, right? So did you see where this has sitting, right? Right there,
Yeah.
right there. So now,
Wait. So square is long on the crown, short internal, long external.
that's what happened.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, that's why you created that shape.
Yep.
Okay, right there. You can see that. So, and if you blow dry this out, you can do a concave shape, even though you did
really?
not perform a concave technique,
And
because
what would be a concave technique?
a concave, you'd be more triangle.
Okay.
This is gonna be more external. This is gonna be a
would you
little
say
long.
square then is like the first, like how do I word this? Like the least amount of concave you can get, and anywhere like more extended.
The concave you're gonna get, it's all depend how you're gonna style. Because remember, the skull is round. If you cut anybody's hair and don't style and let it fall, if it's a long hair, it's gonna follow the head shape. But you can see the layer. If you do this, you can see the layer.
Right.
Because what layer does? Layer gives texture to the hair. You know, it texturizes the hair. Graduation, build a weight. If I cut this all the way down here and cut this out, this is gonna be sitting really heavy here.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
it's like line technique, right? When you do line technique, what happened with the line technique is 0 degrees. It's the most build-up of weight,
Right.
like bob for woman's long bob.
Yeah.
It's 0.
Zero all of it.
So, but sometimes you're gonna see bob that's like all the way down, triangle forward, right? Because that's a triangle line technique
Yeah.
that you use. But you're gonna see a lot of women having this here. So what they do when they pass they scalp, they section, and they start cutting the hand, elevating a little more wide so they can. So when they put the hand outside in the back, they're gonna create like that texture, the bob coming out, and this is like texturizing a little bit because there's 3 type of texture: visible texture, texture in the head, texture like you have. You know, visible is the one that you when you do layer, and you can see the texture. You have mixed texture. For example, when
What's it
you
called?
mixed texture, meaning the mixed texture is like, for example, when we do like, I'm not gonna say the hand position so you don't get confused. When we do graduation or we do graduated the size, and we do a middle part on top, so the middle part sits flat.
Yeah.
You don't see the graduation top, but you see the graduation when you style it back.
Right.
You see the graduation when you
That's
comb it
mixed texture.
and mixed texture.
Why is that not internal texture then?
It's mixed texture.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's here. It doesn't internal and external texture. There's no such a thing.
Oh.
Okay.
It's called mixed.
It does mixed texture.
What was the first one called again?
Visible.
Visible.
Texture, because you see, like you have visible texture right there. So I'm seeing all this texture in your hair is very visible. And mixed texture is
I do like how this one falls down to just like above the ear.
mixed texture. It's like a middle part, like what is his name that I did his hair? Kevin. So when I blow dry I did graduation, right? So when I blow dry back or forward, you're gonna see the texture within the hair when it goes like the way that flows, right? So and then the top, you're gonna see it in here. On top of that, you cannot see the texture because you have
Right. You
invisible.
only see it whenever it flows
You
back.
just gonna see if you put your hand through and lift his hair, and then you're gonna see all the texture internally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In the bottom. I'm gonna say internally so you don't get confused. So an invisible texture is the one a blowout. Like those broccolis, mushroom head that this kid getting up.
That's what you got right now.
I know.
You got too much hair, man.
No, I don't.
Trim some of that down.
So for example, you're gonna do those blowout tape like you guys call. Like
He don't like the blowout tape.
so like for the blowout tape, let's see. Let me go here. Because that's what in the front, right? So this is all gonna be tapered, right? Put it like that. This is all gonna be tapered. Let's pretend like that. And then you have to create a graduation here because like you do, they put the hand through and then the hair goes out, right? So what happened is like when you do this, boom, your finger's close to the head. Boom, finger close to the head. And then you cut it. If I cut it here, so when the hair falls, this hair on the top is gonna be so heavy that's gonna cover all the texture that is created in the bottom. How do you see the texture? Once they go to styling, they put their hand out like this to extend it. So
Right.
that's what we call invisible texture. because you can see until invisible texture until you can see graduation invisible texture. You know what I'm saying?
So visible texture.
Layers,
Okay.
visible texture, layer,
Mixed texture.
mixed texture, graduation.
Before is that it was too long, so it would cover my ears.
And then invisible texture is, what do you call that?
The mixed texture is both graduation and layer together, because what happened is, so you create your graduation, right? You did your graduation, so and then you're gonna get to work on your middle part. I don't do middle part.
Don't layer them.
I don't layer the middle part.
Right.
I don't, because the middle part should be like heavier here and light on the side. You can texturize it to remove some weight.
Okay, can I ask you a question then? So I have a client that does like a slick back for work, but on the weekends he wears as a middle part. How would you cut that? How would you cut that top then? Because on a slick back, I'll tend to cut it square or like
No.
You'll just graduate it all?
Because
Because I've just been graduating the top.
look, don't graduate the top because the middle part's not gonna work properly. You can, but you're gonna have to really triangle this.
Well, no, I mean like I'm just pulling it down to the side,
Yes,
cutting that in.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
do
that's
that. Do you cut with the scissors?
Oh no, feather razor.
Okay, feather razor is better because it gives more
Yeah,
movement,
yeah.
right?
Sausage.
So, and what was the question again? I'm sorry.
So I have a client that gets
A slick back during the
well,
fold.
he would much rather have it be cut as a middle part, but like throughout the week he does a slick back at work, but on his own he does like a middle part.
Now I'm gonna show you something. That's why I tell a lot of people to do sideways, especially when you learn it, so you don't get too confused. So,
Already did my interviews, so. Although it would be nice to like have some good grad pictures. All those haters like that.
I don't know if this is gonna let me do it because it's cut.
Your Instagram posts. That one's awesome.
Because I want you to see what's gonna happen with the hair. So this hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for him to use a slick back in the middle part, this hair has to be very triangle. It needs to extend it a lot on the front. So I'll
So
tell you.
it's good both ways.
Let me see. Let me start from here. I normally don't like starting from the front because I want to see.
Yeah.
But let's see. So if I cut up, it's a square, right? So for me to triangle the shape, I have to over direct.
Yeah. Do you pull? What's the difference between if you're here? Let me see. What's the difference if you were to do this or this?
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
at
There's
all?
no difference. So if I do this,
Yeah. What do you tend to do?
I normally go back.
Why?
This as the
You should know that.
I should know why.
This,
then he like
you should know this.
I don't know why he did that.
So if I do this, I'm creating a triangle, right? But I'm 180 up, right? There's no over direction. When we over direct the hair, I just said on the side, when we over direct the hair toward for its original position from the root, what happened to this hair on the front?
Said something about
It's longer.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do like a very tiny one like this.
he starts in the back and he's like, I start in the back
Okay.
for a reason. And then I need to tell me.
See that, right? So now, I over direct back. See how it extended more?
Yeah. And it just takes the layers shorter then.
It gets lighter. So that's
Lighter.
why I
I wish I
That's why I don't like to layer a middle part because it
Right.
can go wrong.
Right.
Because once this gets too short, it's not gonna be happy. That's
Connect.
why the way that I approach my middle part is always graduating. Like
Now,
so, what I do, I'll come in here, find the natural
right.
thing, and then I'll take a vertical section, and then I'll go to the
Oh, you
sides,
cut it like that?
and then I'll cut it.
Okay.
I'll cut it here. But when it gets on the reset, I always isolated the front. This is isolated, right? Why? Because this is the focal point.
Right.
On a crop, what is the focal point on the crop? The fringe. What is the focal point on a face frame?
Right.
The fringe.
Always fringe.
What is the focal point on a pompadour?
Fringe. Right.
Right?
So
Everything
wait,
else.
is there a difference then if you were to layer this, or I guess graduate this in like this?
You already did graduate in here.
Well, I
you
mean,
already
like,
cut the side.
pulling out the top like this to connect versus just pulling it straight down. Is there any?
Well, if you pull straight down,
gonna
you're
carry-
building up a lot of weight. Remember, everything that you over direct builds weight. So you need softness here. Can you do like that? Yes, you can. But remember, when you do this, you over
That's
direct
what they tell us. in grade.
because here's the thing. You're graduating. Your graduation ends right here. Boom.
Oh, I see. Okay, he is doing
That's your graduation, right? If I grab this hair and travels all the way down here and it cut it, when it goes up, these hairs gonna be falling like an undercut. And now, if I grab this out, right? Where's my graduation that I cut it, bro? Let me cut another piece. Cause this is a mess.
Let me get a clip.
You know why I'm streaming?
Why?
So you can go back and watch the VOD if you forget it. Everything's gonna be saved
Oh, really?
on my YouTube. Yeah, yeah.
2 people tapped in.
You had like 7 before.
Really?
They come and go. So let's say this is my graduation, right? Let me hold the days here. This is the end of my graduation, right? So and then this is my top. So if I come in here,
this part does need to be shorter. Maybe even shorter because
at my graduation and cut it, I can cut like that. I can point cut it. If I want a softness, I just point cut it and like this. So when it goes down and I style it back, you're gonna have that flow. Cause that's what I'm saying. The visible texture is gonna go back and the invisible texture that stays because it was cut it this way, right? With the graduation. So if I go up, look what happened. You can see the texture.
Right.
But you're not gonna see it became invisible because it's gonna be sit right on top of it.
but you see how like
see.
he, like I don't know,
It's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. It's just because you going like too much like, oh, I want to do a mullet. I want to do a shag.
see how it comes out like that?
I want to do a mullet. I want to do a shag. I want to do
Yeah.
understand the hair. Once you understand the hair, everything is gonna come naturally.
But do you think because like I think my big question is always just why am I doing this versus this? Do you think that comes with
The why is this is the why.
Long dip, long.
Why, if I pull the hair up here and cut it, it's gonna get lighter. Oh, that's the why. Because I'm laying as much 90, the heaviest layer, right? That's there's no such a thing. The lightest, the highest, the heaviest, the lightest. You know what I'm saying? I'm using those words to kind of like explain to you, like when you do square, you're gonna see a little bit of weight over here. It's normal to see. But if you don't want to see that, what you're gonna do, you're just gonna go
I just felt like right
square,
extra bit was.
square and round. Just follow the head shape.
Yeah, this one.
No,
Right.
it's lighter. That's what I'm saying. Understand. Chat. This man's driving me crazy.
Don't believe
He's
what
driving me
this guy
crazy.
says.
He's driving me crazy. He knows all this shit. He knows.
I didn't get a clip from my story.
Because he misses me.
Yeah, what?
He misses me.
No,
So-
yeah, that's why. Where can I set this up at?
Hmm?
Where can I set this up at? Just for my story. For some clips.
Oh. You can put it anywhere. You can open the cabinet if you want. There's towels in there. It's gonna fall if you vibrate it. Open the cabinet, yeah. Put like inside the cabinet on the towels or something. Because my other tripod is at home.
No, you're fine. I just
Income, darling. So, do you understand the layers?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, as much as you go up, the layer, the head get lighter. You know what I mean? So, he's trying to look pretty.
I'm not, bro. I'm just these give me a headache. They do. Man.
Because it's not your prescription, right?
Nah, it is.
Oh, actually, I found a place here in
That does.
one of my clients yesterday. He had a come to say because you Brooklyn. One of my clients yesterday, he had the Meta like mine. I was like, "What did you put your prescription?" He told me like right here in the street. He's like, "It's expensive." So like, I know it is. I'm trying to do mine. The
But you have Metas now?
I always had the Meta.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Nah.
You bought the Meta because of me.
No, I did not. I did not. That's right.
It's just I actually have two.
You have 2 Metaglide?
Yes.
Which one?
Because one was for Rob, but he doesn't use it, and I took back.
Oh, really?
I gave to him, he's like, what am I gonna do with this? I said, where on summertime?
Did they give you a headache at all? Or no?
Well, if I use the lengths that they have, yes. Next question, please.
Okay.
That pushes it out like that.
Get your note.
How can I graduate internally? Like, keep on my external, but I want to graduate
Okay,
internally.
then.
Sorry. I just want to, like,
Hey, brother, why are you not consistent on YouTube? I'm trying, brother. I'm trying to be consistent. You mean with the long form or short? The long form is I'm gonna start filming more, but YouTube is my main priority for this year.
he's weeding.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to post something today. I'm trying to put more educational stuff in there, but I'm gonna
You guys can just go to my channel.
It's trippy. I am going to be launching the whole program on the YouTube pretty soon. I've been recording a lot of stuff because I'm gonna do the foundations of precision cutting through more like technical stuff, advanced hair cutting, hairstylist. It's just a lot, and finding the right clients to do it, and that's the main thing. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold on, let me ask.
This is good.
okay.
Where's your tripod?
Tripod?
The one that you bought, you took it home?
It's in my car. I can grab it.
No, you're good. You have a client. That's okay.
I can hold it.
No. I have one here. He figured it out already. It's just for him to take a shot. Do you want to use the?
No, that's cool. This is good.
Good.
Yeah.
So you mean keeping the external on?
Yeah, but like, say they're doing, slick back or, brush back. And this is just way too heavy. You know what I mean? And they want to keep all this. How can I graduate it internally?
Hold on. You mean a slick back?
Wow.
With a graduation, keep it external. That's a terrible haircut. You better not do this.
No, say.
You better not do
Okay,
that.
they want to keep all this, right? They're brushing all the sides. Ignore the top. They're just brushing the sides back, right? This is way too heavy in here.
Layer. You don't graduate it. If it's way too heavy, like for example,
We'll say it's just like grown out. You know what I mean? And they just want layer it.
yes, because the layer remove weight.
Right.
Graduation build weight.
Mhm.
So let's say you have this client, right? That's what you have to understand. Graduation remove weight. No, graduation, I'm sorry.
Yeah, good one.
Layer remove weight
I
and
wasn't even
graduation
recording
and graduation builds the weight, right? So let me just section here quickly. So you section the whole hair, right? And after your after your that's pretty good thing. Yes, sir. And guess what? It's gonna be free. So like you said, the client comes in and then it grow out so much, but he likes the external link, right? There's two options. You can isolate the external clip,
Right.
or you grab with the external. Let's grab this that I didn't cut it just to show you. So you see this. This is a lot of weight, right? But he likes this. What you're gonna do? You're gonna use this as a guide. But depending on the hair, if you cut right here, the hair's gonna be too wispy. Like it's gonna like texturize it too much because layer removes weight and texture. So what would you do to remove weight? You elevate a little bit and then you cut all this. So what's gonna happen? It's gonna be lighter, but you prevent to cut the external line.
And then he can just brush this back.
Exactly. You're just gonna do this. Nice and pretty. Good?
Yeah.
Because if there's you too focused on graduation.
I am, right?
You're too focused on graduation. You have to understand that graduation builds weight. Graduation builds weight. Layer removes weight.
Well, you know what also confused me whenever I went to go take that other course was, see, I didn't mention it. Whenever I went to go do that is whenever they were showing us this
Diagonal.
diagonal, they said, okay, so you got that section, you got that section, you got this section, all that's like, all this is
Because it makes sense in this
on base, and then everything past is,
First of all, this is not on base.
well, no, they literally said to cut these 3 sections on base, and the rest of this.
So here's the thing.
Correct.
Here's the thing.
That's what confused me.
You have to understand that where the head here, where the head rounds,
Right.
that's where you build up weight,
And that's what I thought, right?
and that's how it is.
Yeah. But then I also understood.
It's not that you can't cut on base. You can, but it's not gonna have a lot of weight in here. It's gonna be lighter. It's not that it's wrong. It's not that's wrong. It
That's
all
creating more of
depends.
this
It
shape,
all depends. Huh?
That's creating more of a shape like
Yeah,
this. Right?
a graduation, a graduated hair cutting,
Yeah.
technically cutting, but visually when it comes back, it's gonna be square.
Right.
So the problem is because of this here is a connecting point, right? This is a connecting point, connecting point from the sides to the back to the top. So what happened is if you cut this too much, depending on the hair, it's gonna spike. It's not gonna do anything. So we'll build up weight to add the movement backward or forward. Layer can do it. Yes, some hair you're gonna layer directly square, and you're gonna comb it back, it's gonna sit nicely, neat. But remember, the same way that I told you here, if I put my finger closer to the scalp, right here, right, and cut it,
So you think this should be short, right?
Right, and
So-
like, and that is what the whole like thing was.
which part of this cutting line is gonna be longer?
Right.
I mean this because you're pulling this back. To
No. I'm
What do you
cutting
mean?
a square line.
Oh, you're cutting a square line.
A square
Oh,
line.
like
but
where
my
this.
my comb is closer to the scalp. If I cut it right here, this
Oh,
is a
it's gonna be
straight.
longer right here
Exactly. Why?
because I mean you're cutting a square,
Yeah.
and this is the head rounds right here.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But then
That's what it is. That's what you gotta remember. Anywhere that the head rounds, most of the time will build up weight. Even though you're not graduating, why you still gonna build up weight? Because the head travels more and is longer from here to this hair over here.
I see.
And technically, this, if I get a clipper and it go right here straight up, and I remove my comb, what's gonna happen is this hair is gonna become a graduation because this is too short, and when the hair starts, this is long, short to long. This is graduation. This is graduation. This is graduation. This
All of it.
is layer off the head. This is layer. But technically, the internal is gonna tell you that is graduation.
do whatever you're gonna do. But
I see.
also, like,
Cool.
if you're ever
Forget the graduation because you're focusing too much on the graduation. Also,
try to not
right? That's the other thing.
if you need to complete whatever it is that you're gonna do, like that's cool. But yeah.
When we're doing diagonal back, right? I'm trying for that to see. When we're doing diagonal back, we normally tilt the head, right? A little bit. So, let's say you want to keep the nape on the sideburn. But I'm not gonna cut this. I'm just gonna block right there. I'm gonna take my first section. Which part of the hair I am? Flat or
Flat.
round? Flat, right? So I'm gonna pull straight up from the base, straight up, boom, flat,
How are you cutting horizontally right now?
diagonal.
I mean, what shape? Just square.
Look,
Start from
I didn't know if you were
my
like,
no, I know. That's what I'm gonna show you. My cutting line is a square.
Okay.
Okay, square to the head. Okay, so now I'm gonna change.
Yeah.
How is my cutting line
Triangle.
to the head? Exactly. What's gonna happen to this hair here in the front? If I
Longer.
keep it, it's gonna be longer. So, because we're gonna do a taper, your first cutting section is gonna be always
Close.
close to the head. If you do a taper, if you're not gonna do a taper, my cutting line is gonna be square. Okay. I'm turning it this way so they can see what I'm doing. And you can see too. So, my cutting line to the head is gonna be square. Okay? So square. And I'm cutting on base. There's no elevation and no over direction. When you're cutting diagonally, elevation and over direction. If I over direct this way, this hair over here is gonna be really long. If I move my hand this way, this is gonna be shorter and this is gonna extend longer. You don't wanna do that. So
it hasn't been like
it's still like this, okay?
but
You're just doing square.
It's square.
theory makes sense.
Well,
The only
I got a square line.
test for
So what's gonna happen is this also is gonna look longer because this is short. So and then I'm gonna introduce my second section. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna elevate. Why? Because
You're on flat.
on flat. I will elevate because by elevating, I keep removing weight. Right? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So I'm gonna divide this in two. I'm gonna remove it. And I'm gonna introduce section number 3. Boom. But something gonna change. I'll pick it up, I'll elevate.
To get control.
Elevate.
The growth phase of the hair.
So I'll elevate the hair. I elevate it. Elevate it one more time. Something is gonna change. What's changed? So now they stop. The top. I'm gonna just once down. And I'm gonna put it down. I'll find my guide. Boom. You see just this section. Because from here up, the head start rounding. I just cut it right here. So now the bottom part, I'm just gonna elevate because I wanted the internal shape to be shorter. So I elevate. I over direct to here and elevate. Okay. Now we call under and over. Under, remove weight. Over, build weight. So and then you keep going. Keep going. I just elevated. And now,
So what shape is this creating vertically?
Triangle.
Okay.
Why?
I thought so because you're graduating.
Because I'm over directing
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be triangle.
Yeah.
So let me just finish this section.
So whenever they taught to just like over direct all this, why?
Over direct all this.
Yeah, we're over directing everything.
What shape what haircut were you doing when they said that? It all depends on the haircut.
True that we were doing a middle part with a taper, because then we'd get here and we would come underneath. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's not how I approach. They probably changed some stuff in there because when I went there, it wasn't like that. So I'll comb it down. I'll grab my new section. So I'll comb everything down, right?
Yeah.
So instead of coming here, because if I come down
Too
here,
much hair.
this hair is gonna become my guide, and when I cut, it's gonna be too heavy.
Front, yeah.
So
Not good.
here, just cut in half.
Right.
Section, let's say number 4 and number 5 comes together. I'll over direct where it is round, and I will elevate where it is flat. Okay.
Okay, yeah. And say you are taking this just like all the way back. How are you pulling this in? Are you pulling
So
it out?
now we're gonna see what shape was created. So remember, even going diagonal section, I went flat, 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 over direct, over direct, over direct. This was over direct, and this was elevated. Right? Why? Because by elevating, I removed the weight internally, and I built up the weight just where it's round. So now,
I think that's what has to happen. Right? Like this is just a second period. This is a photo layer. It's gonna be slight. To whatever it's like here.
what shape we created?
Trying.
When you pull it back.
Yeah, because I feel like that's what I do. But I feel like
Triangle, but
wants to like.
this is some more hair here.
It's like maybe
Gotta refine.
I don't know.
Why? This is long.
Get up to there. But
So when we comb it back,
naturally, it wants to.
the hair is gonna look square.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I guess this short one.
Yeah, because that's the same
short enough to
thing
push this out.
as if you were to
There's
come
nothing
here.
underneath this to keep it from going. To keep like to push these out. You see what I'm saying?
I think diagonal graduation.
That means
It's simple if you know the elevation and over direction. Yes, yes, you're right. It all depends how much you're pulling your finger out.
Because that's the same thing as if you were to do horizontal here and you're cutting on base, on base, on base, then
Over
here.
direct, over direct,
Yeah, it's
over
the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Yeah.
The hand position, I keep saying that all the time. Hand position is just a comfort because I can achieve the same shape, any shape, going vertically. I can achieve any shape going horizontally. I can achieve any shape going diagonal.
Okay.
It's just comfort because what I normally teach people is like, not do this.
Yeah, right. Uncomfortable.
Look at this.
You might have some flips due to that.
What is better?
But from here to here,
Don't drop the comb. Golden. What? How do you say your name? Golden. Thank you.
Okay, now can I ask you this? So, say you're taking all this then, and where'd you go last there? So, say our next section.
Oh, that's a lot of graduation you're gonna
Well,
build
yeah,
up
I'm
in
just
there.
trying to make the section. So, say like your next section.
You're gonna break the client's neck like that.
I'd do it. I'd do it.
I mean, it's just for a few minutes. He gotta hold it.
Right. Okay, so say your next section's like this, right? And you get to like here. Now, what do you do here? Like if you're wanting to graduate this all the way through.
So
Are we coming here and coming?
no.
Or are we-
No, look. So every time you pass, let me go this way.
Like underneath where it's gonna fall.
Where's the water? Here.
Or maybe I'll just refresh. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It all depends. It all depends on what you're gonna build up on the nape. It all depends on what you're building up on the nape.
Right.
Are you going like the 2025 now 2026 that they say that the nape is really close to where you fed the razor? You're gonna create a mullet. You're gonna extend it, or whatever you're gonna do.
Because I found it to be a lot easier now. I just start off at the back most times whenever I'm doing longer hair. Because then I feel like for me it's easier to connect the sides into the back that way.
Yeah. So come on this side.
Yeah.
So, right, we cut this. So let's say now we're gonna introduce the back, right? So, introducing the back. So you're gonna come on the top. You over direct where it's round.
it's what?
Boom. We're gonna cut it.
Too heavy.
So, if you are going to extend the nape,
Oh yeah, I don't think.
if you gonna extend the nape to create the design at the end of the federation, you're gonna keep it going.
Gradual. It's more like here's a-
I think this, you can say right there, I think this way is better. Yeah. So,
maybe
because for me to cut it's better this way. So you're gonna follow your cutting, okay? Oops, let me grab this now and fix it. So you did right there, boom. Okay? So here, always use the mastoid. Past the mastoid, you start extending. So if you wanted this to protrude a lot, so what you're gonna do, so you came right here, right? So you keep following your cutting line because here we over direct to create this movement, right? To create this movement on top, and over here we're gonna elevate, bring it back, cut it, boom, boom, boom. So I stop on the mastoid. So now,
That like clears up a lot for me.
so now I wanted this to extend it. So what am I gonna do? So let's say I want this to be really long over here. Look what am I gonna do?
Scissors, and then that thing.
Look at my finger. Or you can just come in here.
Like saying, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You totally don't.
So when you go down,
No, I think that
you're gonna have this, and then this is gonna be really long.
Nice.
At the end, you go over there and refine with the feather razor,
Yeah.
and we have that nice flow going in and out.
Nice.
And then you see that the movement.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So now always with the flow, right? Because I know there's so many ways to do it. So
And now we're gonna change before you go forward.
okay,
One more.
go ahead.
So, oops. Let's say we're gonna go boom right here. Okay. Let's say you're gonna do a taper.
Yeah,
What you
I think like overall, based on like what you're telling me and like the slight changes that you want, like with volume and lift here, is that you do just want.
Hi, Allah. So let's say you're gonna do a taper, right? So you extend it to do a
In my opinion.
to do a
Because you still want volume here, but you don't want to take too much off here. but you need
extend it
volume
like mole or whatever it is, right? So, but let's say you're gonna do a taper. You know, you ask the client how long is the tape. You got a low tape, mid tape, and if you pass,
Just because of what, like, it has to do
if
with
you go
the
close to the
pain,
O bone, this is not a tape anymore. This is a fucking fade. Because there's no such a thing, a taper right here, the middle of the head.
Yeah, I know. High taper.
High taper.
I'll tell you. Remind me of that after. I'll tell you someone that has it.
But then there's no like.
Mine is low.
No, yeah, yours is low.
Mine is low because I can't go
You should
there.
just let me cut you after.
Well,
this.
next
This
time, yeah.
sucks.
No, well, you suck. I
This
did
sucks.
I did the low. I don't
Yeah.
like tape on the side. I like my tape on the back, but I hate the tape on the side. I just do because of my beard. Because other than that, I would
Dude,
not
let
do
me
a
just
tape.
give you a nice taper.
Not today, because I just did it.
Yeah, that's tough. Chat, look at this. Where's the taper at?
I did last week. What you want to see here?
This boy getting the old school taper.
I
mean,
did
what
a
is
tape
this?
last week because I keep something.
Man,
I
you
don't
know what I
have
would
any.
do? I'd set my ball line front right there.
Oh no, this is like gonna be, and then you start fading. It's gonna be right here.
Ah, not with me.
You know what I hate? Those tape that goes right here.
High tapers.
This is almost a fade, bro. I'm from the side.
Let me give you a nice taper out of this.
So, go this way
Okay.
so you can see better. So, let's say you're gonna do a taper, right? So you did your graduation here. You created a graduation for the tape. So when it gets closer to the hospital bone, what's gonna happen is like from here, you see, this is where our line goes, right? So our straight line, boom. So when you grab this, you're gonna follow. But what's gonna happen here, it's like you're gonna put your finger closer to the scalp, and then you're gonna come right here, but your knuckle is gonna be
Against
keeping
the head.
against the head.
Right.
As don't cut all the way down. It's just for reference. And then you're gonna come in here, and you're gonna put it as tight as you can,
Yeah. This is what I.
because when you come with the clipper,
Yeah.
it's gonna
That's how it is
transition
for
really well.
blowouts.
Blowout.
Yeah.
It's taper. It's the same shit. It's all the same how much broccoli they're gonna leave in the back.
Yeah.
The mushroom head. You know what I mean? So, and then the last one, when I normally don't go all the way down. So I just go here, select, okay, my taper is gonna end up right here. I will just start my graduation from here up. You know what I mean? So I just do my graduation right there.
So even whenever you're doing this, you would. So this would you're stopping at the mastoid, and then once you get here, this is where you're starting to come underneath, right? Like after.
No, you're gonna have the guide from the top. Just follow the
No,
guide.
I know that, but I mean like, so you explain like, okay, you do this whenever you're.
You don't over direct here. You over direct the top. Just where the head's
sorry, yeah. I mean like whenever you're. What am I trying? How am I trying to word this? Okay, so
I think from
the
the
way
beginning, like, that's all it was.
that they taught the middle part, right, was the over direct, and then once you got to the nape, you're coming underneath and cutting against the head,
Mm-hmm.
right? So do you determine, okay, I'm gonna start coming underneath? Because like here, this is where I start to have trouble. Like once I get here, I understand because I can see the occipital, but here you say just go with.
Well,
the
you
master
have
master.
to start like
You know what I'm trying to ask?
yeah. You have to start lining up because hold on, give me a second. What's going on, man? Jocelyn, yeah, she's right here. She's just finishing up. You can have a seat right there. She's gonna be right with you.
Oh,
What you tell in the chat? He's still saying shit over there. So it all depends how the type of tape that you're gonna achieve. Because if you're gonna do the taper, like the standard taper, that's like straight, or the one that's more like diagonally, that goes like a middle, short, and up. It all depends how you're gonna do it. So you're gonna decide right there. What you do here, you do here. And I personally don't like the idea of doing square graduation. A square horizontal for blowout taper, because you know when you do a square shape, you create corners on the side, right? So if you do square here, you have to go square here. Can you go around? Yes, but one of those kids that use those blowout tape that they do this, it's gonna look terrible. It's gonna look like you're gonna extend, because the square shape extend the shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Create corners over here. You create a box, like get in a box and put on the top of the head. So that's what you gotta be careful with.
okay.
You know, if you're doing those blowout tape, do the graduation triangle vertically and just go around horizontally. That's the best shape for it, in my opinion. You know, but some people do different. Some people do different. Next question, sir.
All right, man. Let me
Get
check.
you a note. We still have time. Chat. How much did I charge him for this class?
$0.
How much did I charge him for this class? Tough.
Yeah, because I've been doing a lot of like different types of like flows, right? My big question is the crown, right? Because there's so many. I can over direct one. I can over direct just the previous, or I could layer this, right?
I know what you're saying.
It depends on the haircut that you create, but also it depends also
How they're styling it.
how they started, how the hair is gonna react, what type of the hair density, all that. And most of the case, if you has doubt about what to do with the crown,
Section that baby up.
isolate it.
Yeah. Is that just round? Or nice? Yeah, it looks round to me.
Chad, this look around. How can a weight be built up in the crown area without destroying it? Over directing. Over directing. So
I can give this lesson, bro.
huh?
I said I can give this lesson.
For example, this is the crown, right? But it all depends how much. So this crown is a little short in here, right? So and this is all weight. If I elevate and cut in here, I'm gonna remove the weight. This is gonna be too wispy, right? So what we do to prevent the crown, how can we build up weight in the crown area without destroying it? We over direct. So you're gonna have your last cutting line in here. So this hair is gonna be cut over direct. You over direct more because you build up weight. If you elevate more than 90 degrees, you are removing weight. So that's the biggest problem, right? Don't elevate the crown, because if you elevate, like for example, you cut the back, you did square layer, right? You did square layer, and then you gotta do the top. Let's see, you did some layer in the back, and you want to do the top. So if I grab this
That makes it look like a sharp amount.
and it cut it right here, I'll remove all the weight. So it's gonna be too wispy. So what I do, I grab the last section. Like for example, this is my last piece from the crown that I cut it square. So I'm just gonna bring it right here, use as a guide, and then I start cutting the top forward. Because when this go back, it's nice and heavy over here. Does that answer your question? What about yours? Tell me your question. I was just having
Oh yeah, that was good.
If you don't know what to do with the crown at first, just isolate the crown. Just isolate. You know, after sectioning the hair, isolate the crown, you know what I mean? Cut the whole hair, everything else, and then you start over directing with your last section here. Just this last section on top of this one, horizontally or diagonally, but keep the weight, because if you, like I said, oh, I killed the client.
You should have killed the client.
His head off.
Oh heck.
Because if I cut right here, this is gonna be too short. I have to over direct, cut with low elevation. Low elevation. Because remember, anything from 90 degrees up is layer, and this removes weight. Okay? Don't worry, I got paid by the hour, so.
Yeah. How do I decide when I want to lay versus graduate? Then just depending on how they're styling it.
Deciding overlay in graduation depending on the haircut. Not how we're
Well,
gonna
okay.
style.
Well, I've had clients show me like, you know,
Close this door, please, so you don't hit your back in there and break this door.
I've had clients just show me like slick backs from the side, or like just middle parts from the side. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. Just how do I determine?
Hold on. What you mean the middle part? With long hair, middle part with short hair, middle part with the taper, middle part with a skin fit on the sides, and then middle part. That's
Oh,
what.
that's how. Yeah. How should I? What should be my shear work for a middle part with, or like a slick back, or like middle part with shears? I've never understood that.
Say that again.
Well, how should I set up for a middle part or slick back with a fade on the sides with my shears? Like, how can I prep that? I've never understood that. It feels like basics 101, but
I'm gonna test this guy right now. Let's sweat this guy. So I'm gonna help you to prep for the fade, right?
yeah, with the middle part or slick back.
So, like I told you before, what is the focal point of a middle part? What do you have to isolate it first? Thank you. That's it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Look. So you're gonna do a middle part with a skin fit on the side. Doesn't matter low, high, or whatever it is, right? So ridge of the nose. Why I do the middle part first? Because it's easy. Okay, so I'll come in here, boom, right on the recession point. Okay, because this is part of the fringe. But pay attention for that little corner here when you section to don't be a problem. So hold this for me for a second because it's dry, so it doesn't move. Go to the other side. So, and then I'm gonna come right here. That's how I approach, okay? Why? Because this is gonna be the last piece I'm gonna cut it. So, okay. For the middle part, this is the focal point. If you want a more control, okay, sectioning give you control. Section does not dictate the haircut that you're doing. This is BS. Okay, sectioning just should give you a freedom to work into zone and control the hair way better. Can I control like this? Yes, but there's a lot of hair. Radio,
Right.
boom, radio. Recession point.
Boom.
So what I did, I isolated the top.
Right.
Here it is.
Okay, isolated the top. Let me do this size too. Just gonna repeat the same on the other side. Where's the recession point? Right there. People thought say like, oh, you section so much it should be pretty. I said no, it's to give me control. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna hold this.
Probably not.
Okay, so now for you to ask me if you for the crown, right? So the crown here, depending on the haircut that you're gonna do. So you're gonna do a skin fade. Let me go this way, honestly. I'm gonna divide the days.
But what? I mean, like.
I can start from here.
Yeah, I do like.
I can start from the back.
I do like this part.
Depending on the hair, I'll check the crown. If the crown is too short, I'll use the crown as a guide. Because if my crown is too short, I'm gonna have to graduate it here using this, and this is gonna help me flow to both sides
Right.
to be the same length, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do first, from the crown or from the side?
Oh, probably the side. I feel like
The
it's
side?
more
Okay.
reasonable. Yeah.
Where's the water?
I'm slightly forward. Nice and full.
So another thing is like, I remember
No,
the middle part is the fringe. It's gonna show the dictate. This might be shorter than that. That's why I section like this. Oh, you can't really see much in there. It's a mess.
Not at all.
So if I have to do this, I would go right here. I'll tilt the head a little bit, because by tilting the head, I'm keeping my cutting line straight,
Yeah.
right? So what happened? So the head is tilted to the side.
Yeah.
My cutting line. Let's go back. This is a straight cutting line, right? So if I tilt the head to the side and I keep the straight cutting line, remains the same thing. But what changed when the head comes back? You're gonna graduate it, right? Because the head is tilted. So I normally tilt the client's head a little bit. I can go. This is part of them. Oh no, you're good.
Didn't want to ruin the video. So I just gotta go behind you and get my stuff.
Oh, I thought that was his.
No.
My bad.
You're welcome. See you.
So you can go horizontally, but if you look right here, my hands are parallel to the floor, straight. It's not following the head shape, because if I follow the head shape, cut it this one, come this is gonna be too rounded, and I have to build up of weight. Why I have to build up of weight? So this hair, when
Has
it
something to sit
falls, is gonna sit on.
Yeah.
It's like a wall, and this is the roof.
Right.
And then I'm gonna tell you this one, Jazz. I told this yesterday for you, or the day before yesterday. When we build up a house, where do we start?
Foundation.
Right? If you build up a house from the roof, what's gonna happen with the house?
They got nothing to sit on.
It's gonna fall off, right? It's the same. This is your foundation, the crown, and this is your foundation for the top, because the head is gonna be longer, it's gonna fall, right? So I'll grab right here. I'll dictate my length, knowing that underneath over here is gonna be my number 4 to debulk. But if I go right here, right there, it's gonna be too high. I might raise it too much. It's gonna be like really square. So what I will go, I'll give myself a little credit and I go a little lower than the recession point. You know here, the recession point, if I put my finger right here and cut it, my number 4 is gonna be too high. So I'll go a little lower with my finger. I put my finger on the flat area of the head, not on the round. You see that?
Oh, your middle finger's on the flat.
My middle finger's on the flat, not the top.
I see.
Not the top. So, because pretend
and then do your first finger.
let's use the comb instead. Okay? If I parallel the comb to the floor, this hair is extended more and this is shorter. But using my finger, it's like I'm using my hand like that. I'm not doing like this with my finger.
Yeah,
my
right.
middle finger, because that's where you cut it. Use your middle finger right here, and then you make your incision. Boom. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna create a nice graduation. Your number 4 is gonna come in here.
You do that for even like a mid fade.
It doesn't matter.
Cool.
But remember, when you cut horizontally, you naturally build up weight.
Yeah, right.
That's why a lot of people start triangle. But it doesn't matter because I can just come at the end and refine it with the scissor comb. Don't do clip it over comb.
No.
I'm against that shit.
Me too. Me too. Me and Enrique both are.
So you create your baseline.
Ricky.
So you create your baseline. Let's see, I cut it too long. So okay. See? Created my baseline. Boom. I don't need to cut nothing down
Can
here.
I tell you a side note real quick? Me and Enrique were watching one of your videos one night, and he was like, he keeps cutting past his knuckle.
Is it what?
He's like, he keeps cutting past his knuckle.
Sometimes you go naturally. Yeah. Sometimes you go. And that's when you cut it.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. He also says, well, he's a master. He can do it. He must know better.
So now going back with the head, it's straight.
Yeah. You
I
build up.
create a little bit of graduation, right? So my number 4 is gonna come in here to debulk everything, and then I can work on the fade. So over here I did horizontal, right?
Yep. And that's the only section you would do.
But only section that I would do.
Nice.
Just to create a base, a guide. So then
Okay, so say you wanted to go down. Say they wanted a low fade. Where would you start? Would you start
start in the middle.
in the middle if they want a low fade?
Start in the middle. Because a low fade, it's one finger.
Right.
Low fade, one finger above the ear. Watch out in there. Low fade. This is a guideline for a low fade.
Yeah.
For the fade. One finger above the ear, low fade.
Okay.
2 finger above the
Yeah.
ear. What is that?
Well, that's a high fade.
No, that's a mid fade. Depending on the head.
Sure, yeah.
And then a
definitely
3
depends on
finger,
the head.
it's a high fade. Because a high is like all the way up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I use. Why I use this as a guideline? To help me out
Yeah,
understand.
right.
You have to start creating those key components that's like, okay, if I connect the master or the O bone, I can do this.
I see.
That's what you have to use the key components from the head shape to help you to like create, because you gotta create the symmetrical shape on these sides. This has gotta be symmetrical, gotta be the same. You can't be different unless you're doing like a creative cut for a hair show or something like that. Then you can do this all triangle, this is all round, this is all what you know what I mean.
Maybe you can be my model for a hair show.
Why? If I had hair for that. So let's continue. So now it comes the crown, right? So normally when you do a fade, you drop a little. Because if you go straight, you're gonna remove the damn crown. So the crown, it's like start rounding right here, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna create a baseline too. So my first section here, my middle finger was what?
On the flat,
on the flat, like against
the head.
the head.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do the same because in this area, from here up, the head round, round, round,
And like you
round.
could technically section this crown off.
Exactly. I can go right. This is gonna be my first section. Why? Because let me get one of those. Okay. So this is my guy, right? Here I went horizontal. Here I'm gonna start diagonal. Why? Because I'm following the crown and the head shape.
Right.
That's how my fade is gonna be dictated. That's how I want my fade to stay. So I'm gonna grab right here. I will divide it, okay, because I don't want all this here. And then my finger is gonna do the same thing I did here. But you see the head is kind of tilted down, and it gotta be a little bit sideways. That's it. So, and you're gonna do right here. So remember, my middle finger
Still
is
against
touching.
it.
Yeah,
And you're moving square right now, right?
yeah. It's always a square cutting line. Boom, little one. But it's a square cutting line. But I'm gonna follow round
Yeah.
the head shape.
Yep.
So, but remember, you always has to move the client's head.
Yeah, of course.
So now, because I'm gonna be working down here, I'll move a little bit forward. So I'm gonna come right here. Gonna grab another section.
That's what it was. I forgot. I thought you came this like you left your job.
Square cutting line. You see this?
Yeah.
But my guide is right here. So
I've been doing this trading thing for the past 6 months. And then, yeah, it's not going
Makes
well.
sense.
So now,
and one more.
I'm trying to get a new
Boom.
job. So I work for utilities, like,
Okay.
basically, which utility can I work for?
So here you have
First energy, or is it
what shape am I creating horizontally?
Round.
You can clearly see. Look at this. Look how beautiful is that.
Right.
Round. Why? Because my body follow the head shape.
Right.
If I keep it going like this, what's gonna happen?
Corner. Score.
Square.
Right.
So you don't want that because you want it just to flow back, right? So, and then you're gonna keep going. But something changed right now. Over here, from here up, something changed. Head position. Make sure the head position is properly on the right position. You're gonna take another section.
So you keep the city breathing, you keep the city alive.
But what happened now? I will go under
Yeah, so it's the city
to get my guide, and I'll come over. Why? Because by coming over,
You're over direct.
I automatically over direct. So I'll check for my guide,
I even know someone in my building that works for PNC.
and then I'll go one more,
And they want her.
elevate,
And then for like a slick back, you're over directing back to one. And then on the middle part, you're probably just over directing the previous, right?
So I was just, we're gonna get to this right now. So I did the top, the back, the whole back, boom, the both side. I work everything here first, right?
Yeah, I mean for the crown though. Like for a
What you
middle
mean?
part, you're probably gonna over direct just back to previous. But then for a slick back, you're probably gonna be over directing back to zero because you want this something to
It's
sit on.
that's what you have to understand. The amount of over directs that you're doing.
Yeah.
It's easy to over direct more and refine than don't over direct at all.
At all, yeah.
And if you know, so now I'm gonna show you a easy way. So let's say you over direct your this section all the way down here.
It feels like I never left. Because as soon as you're back there, you're like, yeah.
You over direct this all the way down here, right?
It just feels like.
Oh, but at the end when you dry, it's too heavy. How would you remove that? Do you know?
Probably not properly.
Okay. But how would you do?
How
Sure.
would I do it? If all this was too heavy, Like the weight line was too heavy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'd probably just come back in and be fine.
Yes, you could, but it's still gonna be. But that's a way to do come this way. So this is
I need to visit a couple of spots before I
so
leave. If I
this is too heavy.
like, I need to.
You can also
the museum.
come here vertically. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is too heavy. You see that corner there?
Yeah.
I'll just elevate a little bit,
I'll cut it.
and then I'll cut it.
Even lined up yet.
See how it gets lighted?
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I came
And you're
to
just gonna work that all around?
Yep.
Today,
That's
I
it.
was like,
Hey,
I want to get
okay.
into that call.
Yeah.
Done grabbing everything up here,
So,
and you might fuck it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, you know.
Nah, yeah.
So,
yeah,
and then
also have
you're gonna lose the
I
top.
have to do like a 60.
Now is the problem.
Now it's a what?
My-
Not the problem. Now is the key.
in my apartment before I
So-
leave, so
Okay, so you got a couple more here.
yeah.
You can do vertically.
Yeah.
That's how I
Isn't
would
that
do.
just technically over directing back to previous?
This?
Where you cut it like that? Yeah.
Not really, because I'm not over directing.
Well, I'm.
I'm using this as the graduation as a guide. So this is gonna sit on top of the graduation when I do this.
Yeah.
You see there? Well,
Yeah, which you get
so I'm gonna grab.
invisible texture. right?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab this.
It's this company is
So that's my graduation.
Yeah.
on the East Coast. It's called Eversource.
And for that, are you splitting the section in two, or are you just grabbing one each time?
Customers and
I splitting. No, I'm just grabbing one on each time.
Yeah, I figured you probably wouldn't need a previous
So-
one, right?
So when it gets here, so what happened here at this point, this last two sections before the thing, they had to start rounding.
Right.
So then this one, instead of cutting on base, what I do, I'll over direct it back a little
Yep.
bit. So this extended more. So I'll over direct a little more. Boom. I'll grab this one. Over direct. Boom. Okay. Nice. You see like
Yeah.
the flow, right? So once you're done cutting both sides, I'm not gonna cut this, so you can practice on this. So let's say, and then you're gonna you cut both sides, right? And then you divide, you comb the hair, and then you're like, boom, where's the natural middle part? Let's say this is the natural middle part for this hair. This goes with this side.
So the recruiters reach out to you. And
Right.
say, oh, I got
So if you want a heavy,
and then
heavier
you say yes.
middle
And then
part,
they ask for your resume. And
you're gonna cut
then
all the way
send it
down here.
to the hiring manager.
If you want a lighter,
They set up an interview. So that's how it works.
I'll
That's how I've been
take
getting-
section by section
Yeah.
and I'll
So
featherize it,
my,
okay?
uh,
Because
the role that
Why
You
would
all-
you? Why would you do both?
it depends on the hair. If I want a more flow, more texture, you know what I mean? Like some people, like like some people does those heavy line
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
That's how you do. You just go like zero elevation and then cut it.
So you'd probably
this is not enough. People would
want to build up more weight, like cut it at zero, probably on
It's
like
good and bad. It's like a doctor, like if you try to
See, that's too heavy.
more like wavy hair than straight hair, like more like fine straight hair. you'd
I
probably do it lighter.
normally don't do I don't do a lot of like heavy
Oh, really?
middle part. I don't
Only
like
for
it.
videos?
Not even for video.
Really?
I don't like middle part, heavy middle part, because it's like it all depends on the density of the hair too. You know what I mean? So like for example, okay, so this is your last guy. right?
Like since I got
If
this
you
one,
want
my
this
health has improved like tenfold.
to be shorter
Yeah, like
right here,
so much
you're gonna come
training.
down here,
I was not
and then you're
stressing
gonna your finger
because I would wake up
dictate
and I was
Yeah.
just, like,
how
going
you
to
want
the
this to
start
set.
working.
Boom, boom, boom. You can cut it, right?
Get right to it.
But if you wanted
And
this
now,
to
with the
extend
morning,
more,
sometimes just, like, stretching,
you see your last
body,
cutting section
being
here?
more consistent with my
This
workout.
was your last, right?
I realized how much my
So
Yeah.
I normally bring back.
so different in my skin.
Why? Because I wanted this to be really longer. So I'll come right here.
That's the whole. I mean, a lot of people like doing the 9 to 5. They just don't know
Huh.
how much like the sitting.
Why? But because over directing the hair,
Mhm.
over directing the hair,
There's a
you
saying that says,
extend
like,
the
sitting
shape.
now is the new smoking.
So
Oh.
Yeah. The new smoking.
I see.
but remember, this is you doing a fade.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're doing a fade on this one. You know, if you're doing a fade, you don't want this to be too long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then like probably on a slick back, you're gonna layer this square
Yeah. And I feel like
For slick back, triangle.
triangle.
I mean, it all depends.
Yeah.
If you don't want to like really slick back,
Yeah.
you gotta be triangle. Why? Because
Because you want it to be heavy. And not,
no. It's just depending how it is. These, if you don't over there create because the slick back, the hair gotta sit right here. You know, the crown do its own thing, and these gotta sit right here to follow the crown.
Right.
my waist.
Okay, that's how you sit. Some people do slick back extended a lot, and the slick back sits right here in the back, and it's so heavy and it ugly as f.
One rotation, I felt like
So
much pain.
there's people that like slick back, but more like a slick back a little bit on the front. If they want to like a slick back more on the front, sitting in the middle of the head, I would go square.
It's when you're actually start
If you go
doing the
round,
movement.
forget it.
I'm so
Yeah.
Forget it. Cause round, think about it.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
If you go round here, this hair's gonna be shorter. It's gonna sit right here.
Yeah.
I normally go round when I do quiff.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and I do quiff because it's just a spike it right here in the front.
Right.
Good?
Yeah.
Any question?
It's good.
So now is the biggest question. When do you train this?
What about what?
When do you train everything that you learn?
On my client, ASAP.
See? You're doing everything wrong.
I was joking.
Huh?
I said I was joking. Or no, okay.
This. Did you play any sport? High school? What did you play?
Basketball.
Basketball, right? So did you compete, right? By high school? Did you train
Well, I
at
didn't
all?
play in high school. Yeah.
Did you train, right? Before
Yeah,
the competition?
practice.
You practice, right? So where do you practice?
It's almost like
Internally. And the game is your like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
win.
it's almost like
This
part of
is
the
your practice.
Yeah, for sure.
That is your game.
I did.
keeps your body flexible. So
This is your game. Because guess what?
Yeah.
If you go to the game and do not practice it, what's gonna happen?
Nah,
You're
nah,
gonna
yeah,
lose the
yeah,
game.
Yeah, for sure. I'll hit.
hard it is.
I know this. I know this stuff,
So,
man.
for example, I'm gonna twist my
I know
arm.
this stuff.
Like, if you twist your arm and you hear like click, a little click, that's your fascia.
Charlie Chaplin
Guys,
mustache.
Look at this taper. This is an old man taper.
Shut up.
Where's the skin taper at on this guy?
I did last week.
What is a C cup? He gave himself a 40-degree angle.
My C cap is terrible. Trust me, when it grows, it's so straight, bro.
You kind of have to push it back.
I have to push back my C cap. I have to
Yeah.
look nice. I have because I swear it's right here. It's so straight. I have to like dig in and come out.
You're almost better off getting a high taper.
I hate taper. Sorry.
So it just so your body will just like
Section
flush it
good.
out.
God.
That's why
Yeah.
it's like wondering
I'm gonna do a
a
video just for sectioning. Probably tomorrow. Because I have to put some content in there on
Mine's
my
coming
YouTube
out
channel.
tonight on sections. You can just get on my channel and check out my section.
Guys, don't listen to this fool. Don't listen to this fool. So that answer your question.
Yeah,
But you see, you have like a big
yeah.
gap in there. You know what I mean?
And another way for you to like get it back to become more fluid is you shake your body. Like so there's like
And then your fade is gonna come up.
Nice.
They found that
Makes
You
sense.
can use the same technique if you're doing a taper.
like mammals, so like whether it's
You know what I mean?
animals, whenever they have like some
Yeah.
kind of trauma shock to them,
What
they
else?
shake their body. to
Got
get
more?
Trauma out of it.
I got more.
Let's go. We have time.
So you
I
How
still
much
have
time we got?
I still have a parking time.
shake your body,
How
you
much
have
parking time you got?
happen, shocking.
Oh, let's
if
see.
Any kind of trauma you experience, like
Is there a way to?
lost young man, that's a form of like trauma to your body.
Well, I mean,
After that
you can
experience,
sectioning fast if you train.
your body should really
If you learn the key points of the head.
You gotta get straight to the client and start.
Yeah, I mean, no. Don't listen to this fool. Sorry, Fado. No, that's like you can sectioning fast, but you gotta train in the mannequin. Like, because if you got a sectioning good on the mannequin, when it gets to your client, you're gonna
Now,
do.
every morning I'm shaking my body like crazy.
Uh,
You look it up.
yes, you can get the same result because sectioning does not dictate the shape that you're
Section just
creating.
help.
Section helps you, gives you freedom to work into zones of the head and not be crazy, because what you rather do, grab one section and cut it, another section and cut it, or you have to grab the whole thing to cut it. That changed
The only reason
the
you
shape.
section is to help you out. You know what I mean? You
Exactly.
can achieve the same results without doing all these pretty sections, but section is just gonna help you. Yeah.
Section is just to help you working into zones. I normally on the daily basis, I don't do all the sectioning. I normally divide. I do my radio section. I'll push this forward. I'll clip it. I'll
Working.
divide the back from the front, and I work on the back. And then when I have to work on the front, I'll just grab it right here.
Is it okay if I put these on the charge?
Yes, right now. I'll just remove the top, and then I'll section the top, and then I'll work on the side. Why? Because it's faster that way than having to section in the whole thing. But even though I work with less section, I still section a little bit so I can work in each panel at a time, because that gives me more control of the head. Because at the end of the day, you control the head, not the head controls you. Good? Now you. I answered his question. Now it's yours.
You just want to show me some different ways I can do a mullet or like do the back for a mullet. Dude,
This
'cause
man's obsessed with the mullet.
Bro, I do so many. I get bored of doing the same thing.
But it's the way that you just gonna change the way of doing the mullet depending on the hair, depending on what you want to achieve. If you want to like a long mullet, I was going to bring like a
Mullet guide.
mullet what?
Mullet guide. Mullet book for.
No, I was going to bring the other mannequin so it could look like a really like texture and like extend the mullet, like.
Pretty sweet.
Because here's the thing, I have an issue with connecting the top to the side part on a blowout taper. He did the same thing.
What?
Read his question. Let's see what he said. No. I have the same issue with connecting the top to the side on a blowout taper. On a blowout taper. So you do.
Yeah.
So
I found castor oil.
let me answer his question really quick. Can I get the water, please?
Yeah, so castor oil has like a lot of health benefits, and it's like
All my videos are
it's like
so.
something
I
that's
need to
been
get another
used
one.
for centuries, like since like Egyptian empire. So long time ago.
Is my mic on? Yeah.
But they sell
So
this,
let me
like,
lower this a little bit
almost like something
because I
that
want
can
you to
rubber
see
in the body,
very
like around the belly at night.
okay.
So
I think that way you can see better.
And then,
Okay.
um,
So let's say
around your belly. And then so what it does is during as you sleep, um, that castor oil
because I already cut it this side. I'm just gonna do this one. So let's say you did your graduation, right? For the blowout. You did like a blowout taper and then you create your graduation. Your hair's long over here and you have to connect the top. So it all depends on what you're gonna do on the top. Because if your hair, if the client's hair lays forward, you're gonna connect the head forward. If the client's head lays back, you're gonna connect backward. How? So let's do forward first, right? So the client's head lays forward. So from the recession point, I'm gonna remove
basically my entire track is just like
the fringe. Why? Because you don't want to cut the fringe. So let's say it this way.
Because your gut directly aligned with your mental health.
oh yeah.
So,
Which I didn't know until like last year.
boom, right there.
And
So you did your blowout, right? So now you have to so forward. Okay, the client's head sits forward because that's most of the kids nowadays has this crazy hairstyle. I call broccoli head.
Everyone had those.
Broccoli head, mushroom head. So it is forward. So you're gonna get the top. Isolate the front from the recession point. You're gonna go as much in as possible. Just right here. Don't go back because it's gonna be too heavy. You're gonna create a line right here. Okay, this is the line. You're going back. Oh, my bad. I just really saw what I did because it's a mannequin. So we're gonna go more in. Okay. So let me get this out. Okay. Cause this mannequin is terrible. I know. I hate this mannequin. Stop walking there back and forth. The mop.
I put it like
The broccoli, the llama. Let me get my scissors. So what I normally do, right? So you got the client's head goes forward. So you're gonna come with this forward and you're gonna take diagonal section like that. But when you take diagonal section like this, but when you grab the hair, you're gonna cut horizontally. And then you're gonna come here and connect. Boom, you cut it. Then you grab another section from the top. And then you comb it down, right? So when you elevate 90 degrees, you're looking for your guide. Everything here that pass.
It makes your skin look so much healthier.
See, I'm pulling, I cut diagonal, but I pull the hair horizontally out. So and then I'll go and make my incision and I remove everything that pass using the highest point of the graduation to remove it. So and then I'll keep going forward. Okay. Boom. Right here.
Yeah, but the
Boom.
medical
I'll grab another section.
won't let you know about it, right? Because if you're gonna use that, you're not gonna be buying like the expensive.
Again, anything that pass, I'll remove it. I'm not over directing down and I'm not elevating. I'm going 90 degrees from the head. Okay?
So much stuff can be
I'm gonna
like
grab another one.
natural.
So I'm just cutting. Let me find a better position. Hold on. I think that's better. Okay.
if you need it, like absolutely fine, but I try not to.
See there? Anything that pass, don't be afraid. Just cut it. I'm gonna grab the whole thing.
And if I still need it, then
90 degrees. I look for my guide. Anything that pass, I'll just cut it, and then everything is gonna be connect
Yeah.
perfectly.
If I can do it naturally, that's my first option.
Does that help you? Let me know. Let me know in the comment. Oh, let me put it this way.
They're not commenting, bro.
Yes, they are. He said the mop, the broccoli, the
That's what he
llama,
said?
the mop, the broccoli, the llama.
That's what he said. The llama, yeah. That's what
Cool.
Kurt,
And that's
what
gonna
Kurt
be-
he wanted.
If I had the heifer, yeah, that helped. All right, thank you. You, he's playing on his phone. Bro. He came to London. He's playing on his phone. I already said that in this class should not be allowed a phone.
What do you say?
Randomly?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to post in my story, bro.
He's trying to post. You're welcome, man. If you didn't subscribe yet, please subscribe to my channel. That helps. That helps. We gotta hit the 1,000 subscribers in there. Because the class, I'm gonna be dropping the class for, you know, with all this technical stuff, connecting, layering, all that stuff, all the technical foundational precision cutting. But I just can be posting all that once I get that, you know, past the 1,000 subscribe, you know, because I'm gonna post those videos. Thank you for subscribing, fellow. Because of those videos, I'm just gonna be posting for this. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, in the U.S. I forgot what I was saying. So this class, I'm gonna be dropping the class from precision cutting on YouTube, but it's just gonna be for subscribers. So the person that's not subscribing there is not gonna be able to watch the videos. Did you drop it?
I don't know. Let's see.
I like the setting, bro.
No.
You already mad in
You know
there.
what time it was? It was like 11 p.m., bro. I was like, I was dead.
Oh, in Cali. Nice. I never been there, but I have a few friends in there.
Just posted.
I have a few friends in there that I have to go visit. I never been, so maybe this summer. You know, Cali. I'm afraid I'm gonna go there and I'm not coming back in Ohio. It's too cold in this shit. What else?
What do you think I need to know more of?
Maybe if I can find.
What do you think I really need to nail to be able to?
And that's the thing. Like, that's why I tell you, like, stuff that you think about it. They're like, oh, I'm not being able to do it. Take a note, bring it to me, and then we go over.
Because honestly, I have.
Maybe one day I'm gonna go there. Let's see if I can go there when I got the new car.
Bro, you have to. Gigi's in there now.
When I got the
like-
new car.
New car? Oh, the Cybertruck. You should. It's like an hour and 15.
That's almost like anything more than 30 minutes is a road trip. You know
That is
that,
not
right?
a road trip, bro. Dude. You ordered it?
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh. That's crazy.
Can't drive this car anymore.
No. When are you supposed to get that?
I mean, it was like the window was to June, but I don't think I'm gonna wait that long because they drop like a low.
Is that a new model or something?
No, they drop like a different model, dual motor.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in the dual motor with the air suspension, they drop like 20K in the order, but I don't think I'm gonna wait it.
Not worth it.
I think because of the other one, if I get the other one, it's like 20,000 more than it. It's I can get in 4 to 6 weeks.
You just want it.
I'm having a lot of anxiety because of this shit. All right, so
Just share with me what you think I need to know more.
okay,
That's
all
what I
right,
wanna
chat.
know.
If you have any question, drop it below because I'm gonna save the VOD if I can. So for today, that's it. But tomorrow I'm gonna be doing creative long mullet. I'm gonna be doing a live tomorrow. Yeah, I
Just
actually
go
gonna,
follow my
I'm-
Instagram.
Shut up.
KADEYN.
I actually gonna be recording here tomorrow a video for YouTube, and this client is a mullet. He's like
Oh,
a
nice.
very curly hair, and he wants a mullet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm
Dang.
gonna be doing a mullet. I'm gonna see if I can stream and film also at the same time. It's just a lot of things. But either way, I'm gonna be doing another haircut probably tonight or tomorrow, and this is gonna be a long mullet. Okay. So probably tonight at 10, 9, 30, 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Try these.
So
Try them. Just try them.
chat. Look his scissor. This is the lace. This is Mizutani.
Yeah.
You didn't buy Mizutani with this swivel,
Yes,
bro.
bro. 360. Try it. They're nice.
I can't use this
Bro,
thing.
I'm telling you, like, life is so much easier with swivel shears.
Do not use this Mizutani for the Money King, bro.
Go ahead, try them out.
This is too much money for Money King.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I need to get them sharpened.
there's, so there's.
I can't swivel even. See, you're gonna break my finger. This thing.
No, no. Dude, it's comfy. I'm going to be the first.
Oh, because you hold like this, right?
Sloppy is like when there's too much cheese on there.
Hold like what?
And then
Somebody's calling.
and then
Hold
the
on.
base is like mushy.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, can't do that.
Fala tu. John,
You're like,
fala tu. Eu tô dando aula.
Sometimes. My daughter wants pizza too often.
Já tô quase acabando aqui. Eu te ligo aí já já.
I get what you're saying when it's like just all over the place,
O que você quer?
messy.
Look,
Eu te ligo aí já já.
I see.
I like the perfect
Valeu.
mix. I don't like too crunchy. I don't like
It's so nice whenever, like, say, like, you're down here, and you're, like, layering or something,
Yeah, like a good.
and, like, you want a point cut, you know, that's uncomfortable. Like,
Have you ever had
boom.
pizza?
I do this with mine. It's just how we
Boom. Try that, bro. Look how natural my hand position is.
no.
chat.
Okay, their pizza
I use
is like,
fresh
the
shea.
bottom is like
Oh.
too crunchy.
I heard about it. I heard a good thing. I think has a friend.
That's what I had before those. They were.
Yeah. Go to Mizutani, brother. Spend a little bit more money.
True.
It's a life change.
It really is.
So he got the lace,
The bottom is like a
the lace
It's life
swivel.
changing. This is what everyone needs.
Don't do this. Because of the way that we do precision cutting, the way that we cut it.
I'm disappointed.
This thumb right here, I'll put on my t-shirt so you guys can see. It's the best thing because you don't need to put your finger inside. The cutting blade is just the top. The top is the cutting. With this, you're gonna be like that.
Try.
But-
Try point cutting like that.
It's the same.
Nah, I'm telling you, it's better.
I cannot even like hold the scissor properly.
You like a harder bottom,
Let's see.
flat pizza.
See, I'm so used to the because I don't put my thumb in there and I don't have
I
control.
put it here sometimes. Like,
Yeah, look up those.
Alright, it's better.
Really happy with those. We were like,
It's better here than on the thumb. So these,
or sometimes I go like this too.
Angelo's, Edison's, and Little Ronnie's. Those are 3 different types of pizzas.
no, you don't do that.
Sometimes, look.
You're gonna cut your finger.
No.
No, this is, bro.
Bro.
I was gonna say on Instagram, like,
Look at this. Look at this. Ready?
Look at my wrist.
I know. Look at mine. No. Look. Look. Then this too.
What's going on?
Huh.
You want the front lined up? You want the front lined up?
Yeah, I
Yeah, but dude, this is
So-
so comfy.
let's do a test. I mean, I disagree a little bit.
You're gonna hurt his feelings.
No. I like Mizutani. I like Japanese still. You know what I mean? Hanzo is a cheap still, and it's the worst that you can do. Don't do Hanzo. I'd rather go to get a $50 shears and work with it, don't work with Hansel. Hansel. So let me test this guy. Let me grab a little more here. So he should know that if I do this, what am I doing?
Okay.
What does it do to the hair?
Texturizes it.
That's the ABC of cutting hair. ABC. Grab some.
No, I want pizza. I can't have pizza, but I'm working.
I want some dry spot
I need you want to go have fun today.
Yeah.
because the hair is wet.
Good observation.
Leave it to my daughter. She's like, Mom, can we have pizza?
What is that? What am I doing?
Defining. I mean, internal texture.
And what's the technical word for that?
Where are you from again?
Why can't I think?
Removing weight.
Yeah, right. I mean, technically, yeah, right. Okay. How is you gonna test? I'm gonna test you.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
So,
Chat, this fool.
in a spot called Little Haiti down in Florida.
He thinks he knows more than me. I taught him everything he knows.
New York,
All right.
Boston,
What am I doing?
well, Miami, New York.
Over directing.
Okay.
I don't even need to say about the position of your hair right there. The scalp tells you everything. You gotta pay attention to the scalp. That's one thing that it really helps you to know if you're over directing or not.
I got one of my
What?
friends.
What do you think I was
Don't
gonna
try to
do?
kill me, bro.
I'm not. He's tweaking shit. Bro, do you know what I've been struggling on actually? Is
Everything. You struggle with that. Hold on. So there's a thinning shear and blending shear. Do you have them to show me the difference?
Go ahead. I'm not doing nothing.
So this one, the teeth is very close. This one is more whited, right? So this one, see, I hate those scissors with this thing on.
Me too.
You know.
Tag.
So there's thinning shears and blending shear.
That's cool.
What you
That was my
flipping?
pinky.
Okay, what you flipping these scissors? You're trying to kill me. So instead like thinning and blending, it's no such a difference because they do the same thing. So what makes difference is the teeth. So this one is whited, okay? This one I work internally, I can slide internally for internal. This is for the edge, for the ends of the hair to texturize. For example, let me show you. Hold this for me for a second. So these, I remove weight internally. I can go internal and do like that. It's better because it doesn't holds the hair, doesn't like pull the hair of the client. Can I get the comb? And this one. And this one with the
Taxi driver. He was
smaller teeth, I normally use at the ends. Okay, so more for the ends. Okay, and I have this one.
It's not everybody though.
This one, the difference, it's that,
Kind of like the
as you can see, this one, the teeth is in the bottom, the teeth is in the top. Okay, so when I'm doing a fade and I'm blending and I want to remove the weight from the top to the fade, I use this one because as I close the teeth, it comes from the bottom, doesn't create a harsh line and just go smoothly and remove the weight. Then coming from the bottom and lifting the hair, and as you lift, we tended to create another line. Does that help you? Let me know in the comment. But I gotta be careful with my too, cause this he likes to steal my shit. Is that my comb?
This is my comb. You get the pink one, buddy.
He keep copying all my comb. So when you cut internally with the teeth that are further apart, he's removing weight. Yes. Yes, that's what it is. When you work internally, you know. But be careful when you're using the hair dry. If your scissors not sharp enough, it's gonna pull the hair, might hurt the client. Okay, just be careful with that. So he keep copying all my combs.
No, maybe the orange one.
So I donated him one of these combs. I donated, say, hey, he wants it because he couldn't find it, you know. And the guy is in what I buy, Japa tools. He's in, I think he's in LA. He's in LA. So which would you use for the pariah to blend the side? I would use the thinning shear. I would use the closest teeth, right? Just the closest teeth. I don't use the. Oh, if you have one with the top teeth. Oh, hold on.
You know, I just don't know how it happened. Somehow now it's got infected and I feel the urgent care with some antibiotics. So yeah.
So I normally use that one with the teeth on the top. Okay, the teeth is on the top. But this is, it's a cheap scissor. This is got it from that class that you went. They gave me this there.
Nah.
Yes. So
I mean, I feel like an easy way to think about the difference between the two is like whenever you're, you know, point cutting, look at the shapes you're making.
I
They're
know
farther apart, they're bigger gaps. Whenever you're thinning hair,
I was asking like the nurse.
you're really, you know, whenever you're
no, but
smaller
what he's
gaps.
asking, the difference of the thinning shear.
Yeah, but I mean, like what they do to the hair. Whenever you texturize hair, your gaps. I mean, think about it. They're wider. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the
Yeah,
same
you create a
thing.
step. Yeah.
It's the same thing with the difference between those two.
I have a 7-inch with 50 something teeth and use the Pareto. So that's one thing. So if you're connecting from the fader to the side, so if you can use, if you don't have one of those and you have, I normally use of the closest teeth. You see they're basically almost the same. You know, the distance of one of another, they're almost the same. So if this is a regular scissor with the teeth on the bottom. So what I do, I just flip it and I use this way. Okay?
Yeah, she gets
Then you just buy swivels and, you
I
know,
will say though, like I did.
he's always complaining about his hand problems, but it can be fixed with some swivel
The what?
shoes. He's always complaining, oh, my wrist hurts.
I have carpal tunnel
Oh,
syndrome.
yeah. You know, these will
Yeah.
never cause carpal tunnel. Because you're more ergonomic.
I can do my. Do you guys have blending shears to detail your fade within 1.5 and 1? Normally I don't. I use the corner of the clipper to get the dark spot, and if that gets too difficult, I use any. There's some barber that has a special scissor for that, but for me it does the same thing. I just use
taper comb.
taper comb to help me out.
try to look down in the ocean.
That's what I use.
Yeah, some people get
Or you can point cut it. Give me this ugly scissor. So because this one is too thick. You see the blade?
well,
It's too thick.
try it at night.
Hold on.
No.
Yeah, that would give you a different feeling though.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It looks, to me, that was just a little scary.
This one.
Like, I went by the edge.
And this is very thin, okay? So if the taper comb doesn't do the job, I'll just go like this way to remove the dark spot,
You can't see anything.
okay?
So I could see
The taper combo with a shear to detail the fit. Yes. Yes, just like if you see on where you see the dark spot, put the combo and then, you know, just go. If it doesn't cut anything, just get the go point cutter like that from upward, not downward. Because if you go this way or this way, you're gonna make a hole. You're gonna destroy the fade.
But it was kind of cold because the week that I had left was the week we got really bad snow up here.
I never used these. I just wanted to use them.
It was a little chilly, like when I got to
It's a life change, you know.
That's nice. But I like my
How much
swivel.
was the one?
Those? 980.
Same price, basically.
These are?
Yeah. No, I think this is now is 850.
Those
See?
are big. Those are what?
Well, this was when I bought this one. This is a precision from Josh LaMonica. So when this
That's
came,
one he uses?
yeah, this is because he designed the thumb.
Oh,
That's
even
what I
on
love.
These, right?
Yeah, because that's how we hold the scissor.
Right. No, I mean, I always do, right?
Are you guys barbers or stylists? We technically barbers, but we cut any type of hair. Man's, woman's, long, short. You know what I mean? Curly, straight.
He doesn't
Hey,
cut
Dama.
long hair, only I do.
You're gonna get there. They're gonna get there. But
He can only do like wavelength lineups. That's about it. Anything, put it in my chair. So I'm here to teach him.
careful, don't go where he leaves.
I'm here to teach him and help him understand long
Don't
hair a
go.
little
Don't
bit.
go where he lives. You're gonna get robbed.
Don't go where I live.
Cleveland is safer.
No. You go one row beside this place, you're gonna get robbed. So
Yeah, he lives in Youngstown, so.
I do not live in Youngstown.
But it's right next door.
No, it's an hour away. It's an hour away from where I live. He says I live in Youngstown.
Oh boy.
He's directionally challenged.
No, I use
That's the way to put it.
GPS. That's what I
He's
do.
directionally
Because these people here that they use GPS, they are always lost.
I don't want to see myself old and
You should perm your hair again.
challenged. No,
It looks nice.
I can't.
Why?
You know,
It doesn't
No,
change the fact.
My hair was falling out.
Be like that.
My hair
Why?
was falling out
Because
I was-
how was the nice hair? I want that hair.
you can have that hair. You just don't grow it out.
Where you go? Man, I'm gonna see this kid walking by. I needed his hair in my chair. I keep getting all this client walking by with the long hair, and I bring him down inside. Okay, any more question? Cause I'm out of here. It's my day off.
Yeah, me too. All right.
Gotta go home, get ready for another live stream. So I'm gonna be doing nothing. This fool is gonna go.
Dude, Chad, tell him I should fix his taper before he goes. What is that?
Is that bad?
I hope you have a great weekend. Well,
It's growing, bro. My hair grows overnight. It's so crazy. It's like
He's got an old man.
it's like
taper.
weed.
I know.
It's like weed. It grows overnight. This shit. So, look, thank for you, for watching this fool. I'm gonna be doing probably a live tonight. How do you like the Joshes? I love it. I have two. I have a 6.5, and I have a 5-inch.
But I would just get the swivel shears.
Get out of here.
Swivel shears are the goat. If you yeah,
Get out of
I
there.
don't got nothing else to say.
Which does you have? I have the 7, the black one, and I have the 5-inch. Because when I bought it, this one, they didn't have that one on black. They just had on like on a stainless steel, and I didn't like the stainless steel. I also have the penciling. This one is This one is fire too. What I like on this one, the blade is a little thicker than the Precisioner, but what I like on this one is the thumb holder is now like screw like those, and this loses the tightness very quickly. So I wish they changed that for one that's like not removable, because it's way better. This one is not good, but the scissor, I'm looking for a 5 inch is a good size too. A 5 inch is a good size too. So, Jocelyn, say hi to the chat.
Hi, chat.
So, the penciling it's a game changer. I have to send to California all this to sharpener. So, this fool gonna make a lot of noise.
I know I'm not.
Do you have one of those in your shop, or you still
Yeah.
doing the?
Bro. No, was that one of these?
So that's what I use. Okay. Yo, thank you for watching. I'll be live again later tonight. I'm gonna try to do a creative crazy mullet, because that's how I train. I don't do like this fool over there. He keep training on his client, and he passes all his client. Because that's how you do. You train on the mannequin, and your game is on the client, right? The silver one, yes, the silver one. So thank you all for watching. I don't know if this VOD is gonna be saved
Yeah, what was her name?
on YouTube, because it's on a
Okay,
vertical.
Nice to meet you.
So I'll see you guys in the next one without him, because he's look. He's trying. He's gonna get there. He's learning. He's gonna be. He's already there. But he needs some help sometime. But again, thank y'all.
I'm teaching
I'll
these
see you later.
guys. You can follow my Instagram. You'll see tutorials of me teaching Luca how to cut hair. It's
Go ahead and go
just
follow
kind of
him.
getting sad.
Because if the VOD don't save,